Hi everyone, it's Kay. Welcome to a build guide for my SRS bomber. This is a fun minion build that kills with satisfying pops. It has a decent amount of damage, clear speed, and survivability. But there is a delay between casting and doing damage. Note that the build works best with the Tabuka unique amulet. You can still play without it, but you have half the damage. Lastly, all my builds share a similar passive tree and overall build design, so you can easily change build if you want to try a different minion. Now let's look at the build in action.
Special playthings for exotic
With
gifts.
your death, this nightmare finally ends.
Release my ball.
Feeding time. I am alive.
The challenge begins. Your champion will fall.
Ready yourself, my champion. I cannot aid you in this battle.
Deep space. Simulacrum. Solar Storm.
Your absurd defiance ends here, hatchling. Annihilation. Disintegration. Incineration. The fires of 1,000 suns.
I shall extinguish them all.
Out of the strength, hatchling.
That may be, but I am not alone.
How pathetic. Cleansing. Annihilation. Disintegration. The hatchling survives.
Or at least, until the others arrive to challenge me for this realm. You must win this one for me, my champion.
Your champion looks finished. Cold.
My champion, energize the spheres. Or at least.
The SOS bomber is built around minion instability, which makes minions explode when they reach low life. We can scale the explosion with both minion life and damage. The Tabuka unique amulet deals damage over time to the SOS. So after a few seconds, they will trigger minion instability. For survivability, the build can completely avoid taking any damage with high block chance and shields, reduce the enemy's damage with minion taunt, reduce physical damage taken with armor, slow enemies down with Ash, Chill, and Maim, and sustain itself with life recovery on block. The build also uses civil support minions, an Animate Guardian to reduce enemies' elemental resistances, a Stone Golem for life regen, Undying Evangelist Spectres for proximity shields, and Zombies for meat shields. For this build, I'm using a low-cost Animate Guardian with the following gear: Sign of the Sin Eater and Leper's Arms, body armor with consecrated ground, and helmets and boots that reduce the enemy's fire resistance. The weapon and shield combination allows your AG to transfer elemental ailments from nearby allies to any enemy that he hits. The SOS Bomber only requires 5 skills on your cast bar. Bone Armor on left mouse button to auto-cast it, Flame Dash, Signal Prey, Stormbrand, and Summon Raging Spirit. The other skills are auto-cast, or they are auras which only need to be activated once. Not the number on top of Summon Raging Spirit. Mine says 6, which means I get 7 SOS in one cast. Here's the passive tree for the build. There are 5 key features. 2 extra passive points from killing all bandits in Act 2, minion instability, Safeguard Anointed on Amulet, 8 masteries, and 1 set of class jaws. The last jaw is minion damage with 8 points. The notables are Feasting Fiends, Primordial Bond, and Raisin Pillage. To save passive points, I don't allocate Primordial Bond. The minion jaws are minion life. You can use any size jaw. The notables are Feasting Fiends and Hawking Corpses. The small jaws are Surging Vitality for life regen and Enduring Composure for endurance charges. In the other jaw sockets, use Ghastly Eye jaws with player life, minion life, and damage. The ascendancies are Mindless Aggression, Unnatural Strength, Bone Barrier, and Mistress of Sacrifice. For the Pantheon, I like to use Lunaris for reducing damage and Aberrath for burning ground immunity. Here's an overview of the gear including gems, links, and examples. Overall, look for the highest life and resistance mods on your rare items. Then look for the specific mods. For the helmet, you want Redeemer Influence to get +1 seal for Unleash. I think the best enchant is extra chance to summon extra minions. This will double your Unleash, so if you can get 7 SOS, it can summon 14. Use your crafting bench to add minion life. The gems are Animate's Guardian, Stone Golem, Anomalous Feeding Frenzy, and Combustion. The body can be any 6 link with the right colors. You can start with the Tabula Rasa and upgrade to a +2 duration Tabula, or use the Skin of the Rose. The gems are Summon Raging Spirit, Awaken Unleash, Minion Life, Predator, Concentrated Effect, and Awaken Fire Penetration. To improve clear speed, I recommend swapping Concentrated Effect to Infernal Legion while mapping. For the gloves, I recommend Fire Exposure from Ether Influence and Minion Damage from Exarch Influence. Craft your gloves with Essence of Fear to get minion damage. The gems are Raise Spectre, Meat Shield, Raise Zombie, and Increase Duration. This gem combination is for buffing the proximity shield from the Undying Evangelist Spectres. Use your boots to get as much elemental resistance as possible. I also recommend lots of movement speed. The gems are Determination, Tempest Shield, Skitterbots, and Flame Dash. Use a weapon that gives extra gem levels to minions or all spells. Add trigger a Sokiri spell with your crafting bench. The gems are Desecrate, Divergent Bone Offering, and Life Tap. triggered spells cost 150% more, so keep the secret at level 1. For your shield, I recommend a rare shield with Shaper influence to get life recovery on block. You can also try to get +1 to fire spells by using a shield with intelligence base. I crafted this shield with Scorched and Pristine Fossils. The gems are level 1 cast when damage taken linked to level 1 convocation, and unlinked level 1 Stormbrand. Cast when damage taken and convocation will teleport your shield specters to you when you take a hit. For the amulet, use Tabukai. The Chaos Res mode determines how quickly your SOS pop. Minus 17% Chaos Res will make them pop in 2.5 seconds, whereas 17% takes 3.9 seconds. I anointed my amulet with Safeguard to boost survivability. Your rare ring should have flammability cast on hit. Craft adds fire and cold damage. Your other ring should be Polaric Devastation. Now your Stormbrand can proc flammability, ignite enemies, and cover them in ash. For the belt, use Replica Siege Breaker. The exploding SOS will spray a lot of burning ground, which will improve clear speed. Against pinnacle bosses, you can swap to Darkness Enthroned for more damage. Lastly, for the flasks, I like to use Life, Basalt, Quicksilver, Quartz, and Rumi's Concoction. The flask effects are extra armor and removal for bleed, freeze and chill. To make my life easier, I like to craft use when charges reach full. The full build uses many uniques in some special rares, but they are not available in early league or hard to get in SSF. Here is a version of the build that only uses self-crafted rares. There are also a few different gems. And you can use Infernal Legion to pop the SOS if you don't have Tabukai. As always, I'd like to give a big thank you to my patrons. And there are more patrons in the other tier. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this build guide. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching, bye!